Well met travellers, look, we're back with Civ 4 and the Caveman to Cosmos mod. I haven't done this for a while, a few pints actually. I haven't done this for a few months, so I'm completely forgotten everything that I was doing. So whatever, I mean, I don't know. Another thing is I've actually got sound on today, the actual game sound, so I don't have to dub in my own flipping music, which is great. It makes my life a little bit easier and also lets you hear the tech quotes, which regrettably aren't by Leonard Nimoy, but people who made this obviously can't afford to get Leonard Nimoy to do this sort of thing, so we'll let them off for that. And the third thing, I'm back to reuse my old mic because my new one, well, the room just isn't suitable for it, so that's good. And finally, I reckon a better processor will probably let this game run a lot better. At the moment it's running about 24. Ugh, it's terrible. But yeah, I've discovered, well not discovered, I sort of knew this ages ago, but my processor needs replacing because it's rubbish. It's an AMD Athlon 2 X2 250. 3 GHz, dual core, in a modern gaming machine is not really suitable, is it? So I'm going to upgrade it to a big one, and it's going to be an FX something or other. And it's going to cost lots of money, so that's brilliant. Anyway, enough about my ramblings, let's flip and play this game, because I haven't done it for a long time and I'm excited. What was I doing? That's the big question, what was I doing? I can't imagine I was doing a whole lot, simply because we're still in like 30,000 BC. And in fact, I reckon I'm going to. Oh, lots of things happen. Whoa. Yeah, it's getting to that stage where the turns take like a minute. I read somewhere that it can take up to a minute between turns, so I'm going to end up like cutting that bit out or something. Ooh, okay, let's have a look. Oh, I'm the most powerful Civ in the world, which is fantastic. Dilikan Ditlan Rogokon, Scout 1, has killed a barbarian viper. Got some food in Constantinople, right, I remember. I've explained all the basic game concepts in the previous episodes, so if you want to watch them, then go and watch them. Also, this isn't the newest version, that's because the newest version wouldn't load this game, which is a bit of a shame. Right. Should we actually play? That might be an idea. So, I think I was aiming towards getting some cities founded. Obviously I've marked out these areas with the dot mapping thing. Got a lot of guys exploring and things, and I'm not really worried about the other civilizations at the moment because, well, I mean, if they were going to wage war against me, I'm the most powerful civ in the world, so I'm not too worried. What I really need is more people exploring so I can find all the other civs, which I think is what I was going for, because look, I'm building a tracker, and trackers are like scouts only. Tracker, what? Oh, it's better against wild animals, look. Slightly cheaper, oh no, it's not cheaper, it's slightly more expensive than the Scout. I think the Scout can actually attack. Oh no, we can only have 3 of these. Oh, look. I need to get back into the swing of this, I haven't played this for months, as I said, so. Yeah, let's do this thing. Looks like I'm building 2 trackers as well as a storage pit, which is useful. Kind of like a granary, but smaller. Go! And if there's long swathes of nothing happening, then I'm just going to cut, because it's not very fun watching me just press return over and over and over, is it? Which means this video might be a lot shorter than you... Oh, cracky. Lots of deaths. Good old Dilikan Ditlan Rogokon. He's doing a very good job, isn't he? Oh, look. We've got a heart. Yeah, we've got an owl. We could have a feather worker. Provides 1 feathers plus 1 happiness. I think we've got... Let's just have a look at our happiness in the city. We've got 7 happiness. We hate our government. Some buildings are upsetting us. What buildings might those be? I don't know. Wonders? Special. Pardon me. Oh, housing homeless. Why would homeless housing make people angry? Surely that will make people happy. Oh, I don't know. People. Humanity. Stupid. And yet, oh, blimey. We've built diseases. Dysentery. Oh, nice. Oh, +1 from lemons. Exist above 50 biohazards. Fantastic. Okay, as I said, I'm not quite in the swing anymore, but hopefully we can get back into it. Ooh. I wonder what we should do with this owl. I might keep hold of it actually, so I can put it into a separate city. So we'll have it sleep. Oh my goodness, that's a mammoth. 3.43 survival odds. Can I... Oh, Woodsman... If I got Woodsman 3, Barbarian Hunter. I'll get Woodsman 3, and I'll fortify here and hope that the mammoth attacks him, because more chance of winning then, I think. Jaguar. Again, Woodsman. I like having Woodsman, even though it doesn't have the same benefits as it does in Vanilla Civ 4. I say Vanilla, I usually play modded anyway, but you know what I mean. Actually, in Vanilla Civ 4, if you get up to Woodsman 2, then you can move twice in forest areas, even if you can't move twice normally, which is really handy for early exploration and stuff. Onwards, on to the next turn. And actually, you can see the little man running now, because I've turned the cursor on. Whoa, lots of kills again.
When the elephant steps on a trap, no more trap.
And presumably elephant, depending on how big the trap is, I suppose. Oh, look at that, a sea otter! How cute! Oh, lots of hunting things. Although that's what they did back in the day, and I mean, back in the day, 29. Oh goodness, yeah. You can probably tell I haven't done a recording for a while. So, requires beavers. Why does a fox hunter's camp? Is that bait or something? That's interesting. Leads to trap fishing. Apparently I'm currently working on cooking. And you need cooking to get hunting. Hunting allows a lot of different things. Improvements. I'm not really sure about the improvements. There must just be resources that are, like, they found a loophole or something in the Civ 4 system that make these into improvements, rather than resources like coal or copper or stuff. Beavers. AJ Song. Okay. Let's... It's kind of irritating how all these are... Oh, a furrier. Not just a furry, a furrier. It's kind of irritating how all these are separate, like, traps. I mean, I'm sure a beaver trap would work the same for a chinchilla. Or, well, perhaps not a mink, but a rabbit. But I don't know, maybe I'm just not clued up about this thing. Oh! Hey, I was right, wasn't I? Look, we've got the mammoth. Oh. Could do... Herd. Herd would be useful, I think, but again, I'm gonna have him have a kip, and we'll see what happens. Because I'd rather keep hold of them if they can improve any new cities that I might make. Speaking of which, how long? Oh, I forgot. That's why I haven't got any new cities, because I still yet to research the tribes, haven't I? Just go to the research tree, which takes forever to load. Oh, I'll get on with it. Come on. Here we go. I think I've actually got it, so it's going straight to... Oh. I have it set up to go somewhere. Can't remember where. Oh. You know what? I forgot how it worked for a second. I'm just forgetting everything, aren't I? So, my current my current goal is feline domestication. That just says it all, doesn't it? Tribalism. Yeah, here we go. That allows me to make the tribe, which is a settler, but you can only have one at a time. Whereas with the normal settler, you can have as many as you like. Good. Pests. Oh, but you get +1 food if you got a cat. How do you get a cat, actually? Oh, you have to have a cat breeder. Cat shrine. You need a cat to have a cat shrine. That's really cool. Yeah. Feline domestication is obviously the most important technological advancement of the prehistoric age, because it shapes society as we know it today. Think about it, it actually has. Think about the internet. Oh, we've subdued a red fox as opposed to a blue fox. What? Oh, we've got the tracker, that's good. Hunter 2, let's go woodsman again. You know, I'm not sure whether this is any good. People are really going to complain at me. But it's all about learning. Let's automate hunt. And, is he going to hunt? Put the well in a second. Gonna have this fox equip. And then we don't need the benefits particularly quickly, do we? We'll have this guy explore. And there's some pink stuff in there. It'll be a reef or something, yeah, coral reef, normal reef. Good stuff. Oh no! Dilikan Ditlan Ragokon has been killed by a Neanderthal. But we've got a snake, so that's good.
So long as you have food in your mouth, you have solved all questions for the time being.
Now that is a quote I can get behind. Look, we've got, you know, that could be quite easily a graphic in RuneScape. I wonder where... I was going to say, I wonder where they've got them from. I mean, I realise that they, obviously, they're not nicked all the assets, because that would be silly. But they have used icons from things like Age of Empires and stuff, so I wouldn't put it past them that they've used these icons from some other game. Which isn't a bad thing, you know, it's placeholders after all. And they can obviously improve that by having a photo of some raw meat, like they've got a photo of this lard. God, look at the blob underneath it, that's horrible. Could then also have a slaughterhouse, which is money and food. Smokehouse. Is that what you put outside a supermarket so people can go and have a fag? Fantastic. Butchery, lots of food, good grief. But you need all those like animals and stuff. And dining hall, cool. Oh, it obsoletes the termite mound, no! That's probably a good thing. And we've got another animal. You know what, let's have the feather work because we've got 2 birds now. Takes a little while to make it because he's a bird. And, oh. I'm going to leave the promotions for now because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with them. And I'm just going to go here and actually go onto the hill as well, so then if any of these things attacks me then I can got more chance of killing them. Look at that, still not on top. Stupid Mayans. Who do you think they are? I'm the most powerful civilization. I do not have time for these. Well, it's probably Pakal II, isn't it? Although, it's adding a lot of new leaders, so I can't really make that sort of assumption. Look! I have gained access to my first luxury resource, feathers! Wow. You know, like, luxury resources in the base game are stuff like wine and gold, and these people are happy with the feathers, so, you know, that's good. And we're going to get more happy people, and presumably, with the buildings, there's obviously going to be a building that takes into account the fact that I've got feathers, and then says, hey, I'm going to make more happiness out of these feathers. It'll make something out of them, or something like, I don't know, the mint, maybe, would be a good comparison. Having heal. Oh goodness, another Neanderthal. Those weapons look insane. Also, they've had far too much to drink. Look at them beer bellies. Again, there's very little to do at this stage. It's like the early stages of Civ 4, except without the land grab, because you can't land grab without any settlers. Bit of a pain. Oh, look, a pigeon. I bet they're really proud of subduing that, aren't they? Let's just have a look at the buildings, actually, see if there is anything that like takes into account the feathers. Berry bushes, no. Won't be any of those. Rock gatherer. Stone tool maker. You know, I might as well put that together. That's only 3 turns. Captured fire. Happiness and health. Health, that's good. Oh, capture fire takes a long time. Forget that. Is there anything that increases health without being too too long to make. That increases sickness. Why would you make wild mushrooms? That's the thing. Why? Because there's so many debuffs. I don't know. Oh, a storyteller can explore rival territory. He might be good for exploration, then I might make him. Cool. Can only defend though, so he might be actually really weedy in combat. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, there's only cheetahs and things.
If you chase 2 rabbits, you will lose them both.
Now then. This leads to games. They've got a very interesting icon for games. It just looks like, have you ever been to one of those shops where they sell like precious rocks and things? I'm not really sure exactly what they'd be called, but they sell stuff like quartz, candle holders and like them bags of little shiny rocks. That looks like the machine that dispenses the rocks for those bags. I'm not entirely sure if they have them outside very specific parts of the UK, but there you go. I don't know, look them up or something. Yeah, that looks like that's where that came from. Although it is reasonable to assume that they would use that sort of thing for games back in 450 BC. Because, well, what else would they play with? Horses. I dread to think about that actually. Catherine of Russia. I think I might know why we have the most powerful civilization actually, because we've got all these animals that have got like similar strength to my men. I mean the pigeons have got 1 strength, the mammoth's got 6 strengths, so it's reasonable to assume that's sort of skewing the figures a bit. Keep hold of them and then maybe I'll have an army on my hands. Fantastic. Wonder if can they only defend actually, oh for goodness sake. Can animals only defend, or can they attack as well? Doesn't receive defensive bonuses. Chance to better. Unit may not reveal undiscovered terrain except inside a player's territory. Oh, that's interesting. So you can't actually use these things to explore, like free explorers. Okay. Well, they can attack, but it's not really worth doing. Unless you've got a mammoth and you've got a Neanderthal that needs taking out. Could work. Okay, so we've just got poison crafting, which means ambusher, archers, can infiltrate another player's city. Invisible to most units. Oh right, so it's kind of like a privateer or a spy even, for very early stuff. That's interesting. Can it do espionage things? Can attack without declaring war? Yeah, that's why I said it's like a privateer. Carib blowgunner requires carib. Is that like a caribou? Caribou gone. Kunam Bebe requires the tupi. Can join city as citizen. Yeah. Poison Crafter's Hut. We might have to make one of them just so we can explore rival territories, and if they attack then we can actually fight back with this person. That could be cool. We also need poison. Do we need poison to make this person? We just need the Poison Crafter's Hut. Makes sense that we've got 2 red foxes now. Can I use the red fox for something? Wolf? I could eat it. I could add the tail to my cultural heritage. Go on then, do that. Increase my science a little bit. Also got a bison. Have him sleep. So I'll decide what to do with him. Let's just have a look at Poison Crafter's Hut then. Stone Toolmaker. Here we go, 8 turns. Make that. Bandits, hideout, blah 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 blah. Doesn't look like we can make it. Maybe it does require the poison then. I would have a look at the Civipedia, but it takes like ages to load, so I can't be bothered. While we're here, I can just point out like the difference between the Neanderthals and like Homo sapiens. If I just turn the camera around a little bit. I keep saying I need to get out of that habit. It's annoying. If you have a look at the Neanderthals, they're a lot bulkier than Homo sapiens. These guys Well, obviously you know what these guys are like because you are one. And if you're not, I have a lot of questions. So you can see how bulky they are. That I think their bone structure was quite different. So they could swing, like they could swing a club, but that's pretty much all the meaningful arm movement they had. Whereas you can see the Homo sapiens is sort of scratching his head there. Just goes to show the nimbleness and the articulation of humanity. Which is why, in the end, we survived. Although, according to Andrew Marr's History of the World, we actually went around killing them all because that's what humans do for some reason. Anyway, fun little history lesson. Probably completely wrong, but you never know.